Hello everyone, welcome to a World of Warships video, and today's video is a team video with Silence, I Kill You, and Michael. So a rather what we call standard name and a rather non-standard name. In a destroyer, a battleship, and I am in the Fiji. So if you like watching battles with British light cruisers, then you're in luck this week, because it has been probably a week of recording videos with British light cruisers, more through luck than planning. Often I'll play a bit and then realise, oh, I should have recorded that battle because that was pretty impressive. But unfortunately, that sometimes, when I do record, I get quite an average result. However, the Fiji seems to be, well, reasonable result every time. So here we are. We're out. We've got our destroyer scouting the other flank. I'm trying to provide a bit of support for that destroyer without getting too badly shot up, hopefully. There's fighters out there, so that's a human carrier if those fighters are doing anything like scouting, which it looks like they're doing. I've got my friendly Nagato, my teammate behind me, and here's our first little victim. Well, hopefully it's a little victim. Now, the thing to do with destroyers at the start of the game is knock some health off them, which means, of course, hitting them. So I did say that I was getting, had a bit of a hiatus, so I'll put that down to having some time off. And, well, there we go. We'll give it another shot. Now, I've got battleships and a whole host of things ahead of me. Two shells hit. I mean, at that sort of distance, pretty happy. We are providing a bit of long-range fire. Not liking the look of getting slammed by the enemy battleship or the Brooklyn. So we fire up smoke, reverse into it, and we give the Brooklyn a little bit of revenge. Not as much revenge as he's meted out on me, but the major thing is to keep him moving so that he's not really able to focus down on our other ships. And he's going for cover. These Brooklyn light cruisers, they actually do have fairly good armor, so just be aware that it may say light cruiser on the tin, but it's not a light cruiser within. It's they're quite tough little fellas. Right, and there we go with this Mahan. He's left himself pretty vulnerable. That's a nice grouping. We're turning around. He's firing at us. But unfortunately, on a gunfight, a Mahan versus a Fiji is only ever going to end one way. With torpedo fight, that can be quite different. So he is. So I'm keeping my turns up to make sure that I'm a hard target. I've slowed right down, get the speed up. He's fired his smoke off, but we've got the last chance to get some shots in. And, well, we don't like the look of this Brooklyn, so we smoke up. And we throw it in reverse, get the turn on enough to get some gunfire into him. He's pretty weak. Some torpedoes out the front, so if he keeps traveling on the same line, he's turning. But still, his health is pretty low, and that's enough to do the trick. And by chance, look at this, we've found ourselves Mahan, who really, as I said, only ever going to end one way. So so that is the Mahan gone. That's the Brooklyn gone. I'm out of smoke. We have a cruiser, a battleship, and an aircraft carrier left. So it's time to play a bit of support and try not to get out in front. Now, one of the things that I've noticed in the Fiji is that I tend to go through the consumables. So I think this is my last health. I do have the extinguisher, or not the repair party, I suppose it's the whatever it is that puts out fires and puts out flooding. Here we have a enemy battleship, so I'm going to see if I can sneak up on him, potentially get some torpedoes off. Now, my torpedoes have about 50 or 100 meters less range than my concealment. In the Leander, it's 50 or 100 meters more than my concealment, but even at that sort of, the ability to stealth torp is just so poked. So, but If he is busy dealing with the guy at the front, he's not dealing with the guy at the side, except of course he fires at me. That shows where his attention is, because if he's firing at me, his main guns are turning this direction as well. So they may not be pointing this direction at the moment, but it's not far away. So we're going to have to wait for him to fire his main guns. He fires that. He fires that. So that to me, now he's fired 2 shots of 2 salvos in quick succession, which is an indication that one of those was main guns, giving me 20 seconds of grace to get some torpedoes off, try and outturn his guns, and there you go. Fiji versus Nagato. Doesn't always happen like that, but with a bit of help and a bit of distraction can really help make the difference. It also helped that our friendly Nagato was really knocking the chips off that guy. So yeah, you can do a YOLO run in a Fiji, but it's sort of a move of desperation. I mean, we're well up on points. We're well up on oh, hello. We've got someone attacking our carrier, so well up on points. Well up on ships, but we do have a problem. So I think that's the Trento that's gone around the back. Yep. So our carrier is doing the right thing. Just get out of there. So I've got to make a choice. Now, 55 seconds to go. We have our ships in their cap, so I don't have to do the suicide run and try and get in there and survive for as long as I can to slow it down. We're just going to try and get some long-range shots in on him so he doesn't try and knock the carrier off. I can turn around. My health isn't great, but at this sort of distance, if I keep my tail to him, we should be okay, apart from the fact that I've got some problems with some aircraft who I would have thought it would have had other things to do with their time, but yeah, no, they didn't. So there come the torpedoes. However, if he takes our cap, we take their cap. It's 4 ships to 2 ships. Although our ships are looking pretty dodgy. This Nürnberg's looking pretty rough. 4 seconds on the clock. Of course, this West Virginia has all his hit points. He's got all his hit points. You've got to be a bit suspicious of a battleship that's got all its hit points, to be fair. Anyway, good outcome in the Fiji. Lots of knife fighting. Mid-range knife fighting, not close-range knife fighting, and a double strike, which always is nice. So, yep, Fiji, that's how you play it. Rough and violent. Get stuck in. 152 main battery hits. Wow, an actual torpedo hit. Normally I just use torpedoes to scare things. There you go. Sometimes they work too. Anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you next time.